I'd like to preface the following video with the fact that I'm no PvP ace, though I do typically main the Hornet as my fighter of choice in the PU. Now, with that in mind, coming from live I was accustomed to using boost or thrust to extend and close on light fighters. While still effective situationally, this method was no longer my bread and butter, typically due to the fact that my boost stamina wouldn't hold up long enough for me to outpace the Gladius, nor was I quite fast enough to outrun the Gladius when boosting and trying to create that distance. As well as the fact that if you rely upon it consistently, you'd eventually be boost starved and be, well, light fighter chow. After a lot of trial and error, plus some chats with pilots far better than I, we came up with a new arrow for the quiver known as Bicording. This involves a vertical strafe paired with a lateral one to force the Gladius to chase you instead of being able to use its agility to outposition you. One way to think of this is a constantly sliding engagement space that keeps your velocity relative to theirs fairly high, thereby reducing the Gladius's advantage in its agility. Do note, G-forces are a little bit of an issue, which I thought initially I could counter by rolling and strafing. This ultimately proved an inferior approach to using diagonally opposed inputs in short, sharp, boosted spurts to counter the effects of the G-forces, largely because it effectively negated the G-forces as an issue fairly swiftly and fairly sharply. While no longer as effective as it once was, you shouldn't necessarily negate blowing through whilst popping noise on occasion, especially if you need to reset the fight. Whilst not viable long term, it is quite good for creating those short little breathers that could allow you to recharge your weapons capacitors, fill back up that boost bar, or put power to those often all too beaten shields. Oh, jeez.
What's that?
Almost
Attach the
sorry.
gadget to the... right. I've attached the gadget, right? You put it on the rock, it sticks to it, and then you have a wave on it, a wave picture. Like
Yeah, that you've got to adjust.
Oscilloscope. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. It's intuitive. So it's on there. Let's see what happens.
God damn it. Just as I shoot the damn missiles. Let me lock. Are you having the same issue?
Yep. So, oh, what, you mean that white chip over there? No, I do not mean that white chip over there.